This is something I've been wanting to share with y'all for a while, right? Let me get this camera right, man. Let me get this camera right. You know how it is. I ain't too camera savvy, but I'm message savvy like a mofo. But nevertheless, right? One of the things I wanted to share for a minute is you never too old to learn something new. I don't care what you may think. I don't care what people may say. Like when I say what you may think, you may have certain thoughts in your mind that make you say to yourself, like, man, I'm too old. I can't do this. I can't do that. That's a young man's sport. That's a young woman's sport. And you may be right in the sense that whatever that career path is or profession, it may be technically geared towards younger people. However, same thing with hip hop, same thing with dancing, like ballet or something like that. Same thing with playing professional sports, boxing, etc. Basketball. Yeah, there's a certain, technical cutoff age where typically by this age people retire and they move on, right? But even with that, knowing that and that being the reality, the fact of the matter is this: it's never too late to learn something new. So even though that chapter may be closed or that particular profession may be something in your past, it doesn't mean you can't reinvent yourself and then move over into this lane and not just take off, but be an innovator, but be like they say, a disruptor, somebody that really comes into an industry or profession and says, you know what, like Pac said, right? He said, peep the weakness in the rap game and sold it. So you see certain things that's going on within this industry or profession and you say to yourself, man, I see people doing it this way. I know I could do it like this. And man, and I talked to some people and they were saying that, if only somebody did this like that and did this like that and you taking heed and you go. So you may be in your 30s, you may be in your 40s, you may be in your 50s, you may even be in your 60s. It does not mean it's too late for you to learn something new, and not just learn something new, but earn something new. I watch this, to learn something new and have a tremendous breakthrough, right? So where you look up and you say, man, look what I did in this particular industry. Look at the dent I made. Look at how many people are impacted by it. Look at how many, new faces and look how many new faces and people from all different races I've attracted to this particular genre of music, type of clothing, cologne. You can have candles. I don't know what it is, but y'all get my drift. All I'm saying is, you ain't never too old to learn something new. Are you crazy? Man, you keep learning till you dead. You know what I'm saying? You keep going and learning, and if it really is something that you have that burning desire to do that shit. Because let me tell you something. Hey man, I got a birthday coming up next month. I'll be the big 5-0. But with the rapping, y'all know I've been rapping, doing my thing, and I've been a platinum artist for over 20 years. But I'm reinventing New Child. It's the rebirth of New Child. So I'm coming back with some music that is gonna blow people's mind, right? So it's like I'm back for the first time. You know what? I'll be able to touch, similar to my father, I'll be able to touch about 2 to 3 different generations with my music. Because I was born in the 70s, I grew up in the 80s, I came into, young man, if you will, into the 90s, and then the 2000s, a man. So that's 3, and then now. So that's 3 to 4 different generations, right? that'll be, I can pull them all in through my music. Because there's guys my age who have grandkids. So that's what I'm saying. It's 3. I would say a good 3 generations, and it probably could be 4 because the people that are older than me, you know what I'm saying, like my man Daddy O from Stetsasonic, he's the generation before me. He'll be listening to my music. So I'm really impacting 4 different generations. That's the power of this thing right here. It's not just the phone, but it's what you're doing in this phone. What are you putting out into the universe through the phone, or into the metaverse, if you will, right? What are you doing with it? So I'm saying with my music, I can be able to touch and impact and empower and that's what's so crazy. I could raise a new nation of new children, and at the same time, impact, inspire, motivate, and have them appreciate what I'm bringing to the table. Why do you think so many people out here, the hip hop heads, love the Clipse new album? The Clipse and them, we all around the same age, 40s, late 40s or early 50s. And they're saying that, you know, the Clipse basically filled a void that wasn't there. And that's the same thing I say with my music and my spirit and my energy in the hip hop realm, if you will, the hip hop world. I'm filling a void because there is no new child energy. There's the Clipse energy. You got other OGs that's still creating and doing their thing, but it's more room. It's much more room for me to come in and have my lane. Right? And I'm still learning. I listen to my daughters. My daughters give me all kind of information on new artists and topics to talk about and, you know, to rap about or whatever. And, you know, I listen. They you know, my daughters put me on to so many artists. You know what I mean? One day I'm going to probably just do a video on my daughters, their ear for music. And watch this. This is what's going to be so dope about me presenting my music at this point in time from 2020 live moving forward, is that my daughters are going to executive produce any and every body of music I put out. So they'll have the final say-so of what goes on my album. I'm going to even allow them to help orchestrate the order of the songs on my project, because I trust their ear that much. They both have an amazing ear for music. Very much so. Once again, you're never too old to learn. So I could easily say, oh, well, you know, I've been doing this so long, you know what I'm saying? My daughters, you know, they just learn. Nah, they're of this generation. So I want them to listen to my music and say, Dad, that record right there, I know kids my age would love that. And they could tell me why, clearly, because they are of this generation. It's not to say that there's not a man or woman or men or women my age and my generation that can have that answer or can clearly articulate that as far as listening to my music and saying, yeah, this would be for this age group or demographic or whatever it is, but don't nobody know it like that. I'd be lying to myself if I say I know their generation better than they do. So I'm not afraid to learn something new, and neither should you. So I'll leave y'all with that. Take that and run with it. One love. I'm gone.